All right, y'all already know, man. November 12th, it's a Tuesday. We're gonna hop right into our trade. So before we even get into the trade, I'm not gonna cap. I had another day fucking up. I'm not even gonna get on here and capping. Like, I had another day fucking up doing stuff that I'm not supposed to do. Like, I can't sit on this camera and act like I'm perfect. I can't sit on this camera and act like I don't do no wrong. I can't sit on this camera and act like I'm still not growing through my growing and learning phase when it comes to trading. I gotta be real. I did everything wrong today, right? So let's go into the trade that I should have taken. And then we're gonna go into the handy dandy orange psychology box. And we're just gonna get into it, all right? So, what time is this? 4 hours. All right, let's move all this out the way. Let's just move all this out the way. All right, y'all. So it's a little, it's noise and stuff right here, but ignore the drawings. Let's just look at the candles, okay? We can see we're pretty much at the same levels that we was at yesterday as far as support and resistance. We was just holding them for the most part. 4 hour liquidity support right here, 4 hour liquidity resistance. If we go down to the 1 hour, we see it was a little bit cleaner. So we had our resistance right here on the 1 hour, and we had our support on the 1 hour, and we also had a little bit more resistance up in here. All right, so all of that's marked up. We're not gonna make that more complicated and stretch that out longer than it has to be, okay? That's all it was. We had resistance right here on the 1 hour. We had resistance right here, and we had support right here. That's pretty much it, all right? I don't know why that resistance was so low, but if that's how I had it, I'm just gonna leave it alone. But I tried to get it to where we resisted at all of these areas, all right? So, go down to the 5 minute. We had London's highs right here, and we had London's lows right here, right? Y'all know what I'm looking for when it comes to a trade. Very, very simple strategy. 3 things I'm looking for: running sweep on liquidity, market structure shift, a breaking structure, a rally, breaking resist, a key level, or a fair value gap. Okay. So we had orange news at 10 o'clock today. And the number one thing that I did wrong today was just not waiting for the 10 o'clock news to play out. We had yellow news at 9:45, and then we had orange news at 10. One thing I'm starting to notice is, well, let's go through the trade, and then we'll come back to that, okay? So if I did do everything right, let's say I did do everything right. Let me make sure I didn't lose my psychology box. All right, bet. If I did do everything right, I would have waited until after 10. So let's not even pay attention to nothing that happened until after 10 o'clock. All right. See, what I did was I hopped into the chart early, and I thought that being that we got this market structure shift to the upside and this liquidity sweep already, I thought we was gonna get ready to take some buys. I'm not gonna lie. This was at 9:45. So I got into this trade probably like around 9:50, which was dumb as hell. Price seemed like it was going up, and I think I got in. I wound up getting stopped out. 10 o'clock news came out, killed us, and I was cooked. Right here is showing that I got in for a sell, but my first entry, if I'm not mistaken, it was a buy because I marked the market structure shift to that upside. But from there, it was over with. I lost control and I went on tilt. No cap. But if I did the right thing, right? This is 10 o'clock news, so it's after 10 o'clock. I'm trying to get into a trade, right? All right, I see we got to push down. And this is on a 5 minute chart. I usually look on the 3 minute chart, but we're going to go on a 5 minute chart just so we can be clean. All right, so right now, it's 10:10. Right here, we can see that we got a rejection wick on this candle, and we also got some bearish momentum coming in. We see that we got a break and retest on this hourly key level. So I'm not gonna lie, today's price action was choppy as fuck, and it really, really was trash. Like, it was complete trash, right? But So it really wasn't that much opportunity to trade today. I'm not gonna lie, and I kind of feel like I forced my way into the market. But if I wanted to take a good trade today, this is what it should have been, right? I got my market structure shift to the downside, right up in this level. And it's not even the cleanest market structure shift. That's why I'm like, I really don't even want to make a trade review because this really was not the cleanest setup and the cleanest trade. And I'm not going to get up here and act like it was just for the sake of a video. Like, this setup is kind of trash. But if we was going to take one, this would have been a one. We already had our liquidity sweep on London's highs. We got multiple rejection wicks at this level, and we keep resisting at this level. Even though price is looking like it's trying to get above this level, we never got a clear break of structure to the upside, which probably would have been right here at these highs. We never broke these highs. So once we saw this liquidity sweep at London's highs, and once we got our hourly key level break and retest, because we broke below right here, this after 10 o'clock, we broke below at 10:15. We came back up and retested this level at 10:35. So now around 10:40, it's like, okay, we can go ahead and get in, right? So we got our market structure shift to the downside right here, hourly key level break and retest, and our liquidity sweep right here, right? So now we would have entered right here below this candle, being that we already had our break and retest. Or if you wanted to enter at the market structure shift, you could have even moved your entry down here. All right, you sat and draw down for a little bit, but eventually price winds up coming down and taking the liquidity from London's lows and yesterday's low. And it was not a clean day at all, but it winded up working out, okay? If you have an understanding of I guess they call it the draw on liquidity, or just an understanding on why the market will want to go where it possibly will want to go, and you can just read price action, you can get a better understanding of, okay, why the market chose to go down here. All right, we in between yesterday's highs and yesterday's low. Nasdaq is already at an all-time high. So in my mind, I was already thinking that we were going to be bearish and head down towards yesterday's low and this fair value gap, because this was a daily fair value gap. So in my mind, I was already content with the fact that I'm trying to take a sell, especially once I saw that we kept resisting at this level and we did not want to break these highs. So the trade did wind it up going for a 1 to 3, right? And that's the trade. I'm not even going to break the trade down too long. What I want to get into today is the psychology, right? That's what I want to get into today. That was the trade, short, sweet, simple. Let's get into the psychology. Today, I learned the significance of approaching the market with the right mindset. We have to approach the market with a clear mind. We have to leave all worry, stress, anxiety, and personal issues at the door and not bring it to the market. It affects the ability to trade drastically. Also, you cannot trade aggressively every day. On some days, you have to be more patient and hands off. Today, I got into the market too early. I was too eager to use the market to fill a void today, and it almost cost me my whole account. Before I got to the market, I was on the phone talking to my moms, complaining. Just in my head, I had certain stuff going on. I had a lot of negative energy on me before I even went into the market today. So that's what I mean when I say we gotta approach the market with a clear mind. I did not approach the market with a clear mind. My emotions were everywhere. That's why I wasn't able to control myself and say, hey, let me just wait until after 10 o'clock to take a trade. I didn't analyze, hey, we got yellow for the news at 9:45, orange for the news at 10. Yellow plus orange equals red, especially when it's a 15-minute differential, and that's it. Like, I like to take trades with news that's like 30 minutes in between. But when you got 15-minute news back to back, it's better to wait for the last folder news, if that makes sense. So if you got the news at 9:45 and you got news at 10, it's better to wait until after 10 if it's yellow if it's orange news, right? Because yellow plus orange equals red in my opinion. But my mind was so gone and so low, I was not able to focus. Okay, so that was the trade. I'm not even gonna keep going through the trade. Let me make this bigger. this is gonna be one of them videos where we at. All right, let me cut a light on too. So I really just want to talk about getting into the market and being focused on the market, not feelings and emotions. Like, today was a day I should have been more patient and hands off. Why am I, if I just made money yesterday, why am I coming to the market today trying to be so aggressive? Not waiting for the market to show me good opportunity before I get in. That first buy that I took, I'm not gonna say it was a bad setup according to my criteria, but according to price action and the overall schematics of the market today, that wasn't a smart setup. So by the time this setup did present itself, by the time the good quality setup presented itself, I was already too far out of whack to shake back and get in control of my emotions and trade professionally, because deep down inside I knew I had a strong, I didn't know, let me not say I know, because you don't know anything in the market, but I had a very, very strong conviction that, yo, price is gonna go down and tap yesterday's lows and at least get the liquidity from London's lows, right? But I was so shot out mentally and emotionally coming to the market with a messed up mindset that I was not able to execute how I needed to. So I broke all my rules once again, traded like a degenerate once again, and went on tilt once again. Luckily, by the grace of God, I'm not trying to sound too big-headed or too cocky, because the market has humbled me all year. But what I will say is that I put my time in enough to shake back. I did not end the day red. I almost literally almost blew this account, and somehow I wound up in profit $700, right? And I'm not even gonna go over how I did it, because that's stupid and it's dumb. I shouldn't even have put myself in that position. But I say all that to say this: winning or losing trades do not matter. The amount you win and the amount you lose does not matter. What matters is, are you in a clear mindset when you approach the market? Are you at peace when you approach the market? If you win or lose a trade today, are you gonna be fine regardless? What matters is, are you sticking to your rules and your game plan, and are you following your plan? Do you have a mechanical system that you're gonna stick to, right? I think we place too much emphasis on passing accounts and getting payouts and flexing. No, we're not really putting emphasis on approaching the market with a clear mindset. Not having stuff going on when you come into the market and then trying to trade and act like you're gonna be able to do this okay. Like, I don't know, today was a day where I really was supposed to make way more money and execute, but I'm taking the word should out of my vocabulary, because what happened is what was supposed to happen, and the lessons that I learned, the lessons I was supposed to learn. But can't keep coming to the market with a messed up mindset and expecting to execute with perfection. So I say all that to say, we gotta stick to what we know. And we know we're not supposed to be coming to the market emotional. We know we're not supposed to be breaking our rules. We know we're not supposed to be over leveraging and over trading and trading outside of our assigned time frame. But I did all of that today. So it's like, do you really want this shit, or are you just trying to get the benefits from it? Like, do you really want to be a professional trader, or are you just trying to be a gambler and a moneymaker? You know what I'm saying? Like, what do you really want? Because it's not about the money. Like, where are you lacking internally to the point where this money is so important? Where is the lack within to the point where you can't listen to the higher power within you, and you can't listen to what you tell yourself? I just made a video about this yesterday, and then literally the next day I did the same shit that I just made a whole video about. So am I a hypocrite? Am I a liar? Am I a narcissist? Like, where am I lacking within that to the point where I cannot get in control of myself? To the point where I see this money moving, I lose it. I lose my subconscious quality automatically goes down. This is stuff we're not talking about as traders. Like, where is the quality of our subconscious before we approach the markets? We got to make sure that our subconscious and our spirits are in the right place before we get to the markets, because if not, this shit will consume you and take you down through there. It will make you be so depressed and so low and so miserable. This market has destroyed my life for like a good year and a half. But it's not the market, it's me. I gotta get my spirit in the right place so that when I come here, it's not all this extra. I'm not fighting the market. You're not gonna win trying to fight the market. I don't give a fuck. I don't care who you are and what you got going on. You could be Muhammad Ali and come in here and try to fight the market. Gervonta Davis, you're not gonna win. You may win a trade. You may have a go on a win streak. You may gamble and come up on some money, but you're not gonna win the battle. You may win a fight, but you're not gonna win the overall battle. You're not gonna win the war. So I just really want to speak on increasing the quality of our spirit and our subconscious before we approach these markets, so that when we're here, we're locked in and we're focused on the assignment. The assignment for the day isn't to make profits. The assignment for the day when you approach the market is to follow your plan and stick to your rules and understand and execute your mechanical trading system to a T. That's it. It's not to pass an account. It's not to avoid blowing account. It's not to try to make money. And it's not to try to avoid losing money. It's to stick to your plan and follow your rules and execute your mechanical trading strategy to a T. Right? That's why I'm not even spending too much time going over the trade, because I didn't trade correctly today. So why I'm gonna get up here and I did, nah. I made some money today, I'm not gonna lie. I made 700, but I enforced so many bad habits to the point where it's like, I'm not proud of this shit, and I'm getting tired of this shit too. So before we get to these markets, man, we really gotta clean our spirit up, man. And we gotta increase the quality of our subconscious mind, so that when we start losing our conscious, our subconscious is like, hey, you ain't supposed to be doing that, nigga. You ain't supposed to be doing that, and you know that. Get right, lock in, close the laptop, walk away. We can't make those decisions until our subconscious mind's quality is higher than what it is now. I'm tired of being stuck in the same cycle of sabotage. Like, this shit is so frustrating, and I had to get up here and make a video being completely honest about it, because this is the real reality of being a fucking trader, especially when you down. I'm not even gonna say you down bad, because God has been blessing me tremendously. But when you're not where you wanna be, and you know deep down inside that you're supposed to be further than you are, but you know you the only thing in your way. So it makes it so much harder to sit in the trade. It makes it so much harder to take losses. It makes it so much harder to hold your trade to your target when you really are trading from a scarcity mindset, or you're trading from a mindset to where it's like, bro, I need to get this shit right now. I need to make this. I need to get what I deserved months ago. When you're trading from that mindset, it's so hard, bro. It's so hard. Like, I literally have been funded in June. I have not got no payout. Do you know how hard it is for me to approach the market every day and do what the fuck I'm supposed to do the right way, instead of thinking about, damn, bro, I done made 2 bands in one day. I done made 3 bands in one day. I gotta get back to that level. This shit is tough. So it's already tough for somebody who haven't learned the concepts and learned the ideology and the fundamentals and the knowledge. So imagine how hard it is for somebody that knows it and has seen rewards from it and still can't do right. Man, that's not a trading problem, bro. That's an internal problem, bro. That's a spiritual problem. That's a faith problem. So before we get to it, and that's why I'm making this video, bro. Somebody out here need to hear this shit, bro. And I know it's not just me. Like, I know it's not. This is the reality of this shit. Nobody want to come up here and flaunt they flaws. I'm flawed. the fuck out. And I'm so tired of it. And the only way she's gonna change is if I'm being honest and open with myself. So yesterday I did all my rah-rah talk about how we gonna do this different and do that different. And today I showed up the same person. I'm human. Gotta be open and gotta be real about that. But show up tomorrow, man, and try to do the same thing, bro. You know what I'm saying? Not the same thing as far as breaking all my rules, but try to do the same thing as far as my system and applying it and executing to a T. This video 20 minutes. I feel like it's long enough. I feel like I got my point across. I'm about to wrap the rest of the video up, man. And yeah. Tough trading day. But the only thing that we can do is show up tomorrow and try and get better. That's it. That's all. That's what we gonna do. So yeah. I'll catch y'all tomorrow on the next one.